Well, Jeff, so much in that game that we can ask you about, but we can't start without asking about Casey DeMont. She's done it for you so many times, but her best ever performance for you, coach?
She was amazing. Yeah, look, I think she's replicated what she did probably in the semi-finals back in year one, I think, of the league, scoring I think penalty and saving the next one. So she prided herself on her performance. She's the most competitive person we've got, including myself. So yeah, look, she's going to give up. And again, not just what she did on the field, but in the balls at half time, she had a lot to say, and she made sure that if anyone was just wavering, that there was no way that was going to happen. Yeah, look, I can't speak highly enough of her and what she brings to this team.
Talking there, in a game like that, how was that experience? This team has been in finals, they've won finals, they've done the odds before. Just how valuable is that in a game that is insane as that?
That's all experience gives you. And we know we've been through a lot this year, last year and the previous year, and the game's never over till it's over. And we proved last week or the week before in Wellington, and the last second game today as well. So if it can happen again, it can happen for us as well. So yeah, look, experience being through it before was really helpful. But I can't speak highly enough about the players. The momentum swing today were extreme. First half I thought was mainly quite even. Probably had the edge, and especially we did something, gave away a goal, which we, by doing something that we worked on not doing, in 1-0 down, but we were quite reasonably happy with the performance. And yeah, look, we had a very positive half, and again the players were very, very vocal, and we came out and we started the second really well. And then again we did really well for most of the game, most of that second half, and then the momentum started to switch. I thought made some really good substitutions, took a few chances, and they came to us. And yeah, like, credit to them, they played some really good stuff second half, and they never gave up. And yeah, it came down to a bit of an arm wrestle. Made a little bit harder with the decision to send AJ off for some reason. But then again, we rolled up our sleeves, we stuck with it, and that's what we talked about, that we were now the team where the momentum had switched back, because we were down to 10 players. We'd made it to the end of the game. We'd been through this before, and I knew who we had in goal as well. So it was an amazing day. This, I think, better than anything, a great advert for the league, as a spectacle. You saw two teams really flat out at each other, and yeah, look, if anything, I feel for Dario, I feel for City girls, because they put in a great performance today.
I mean, Melina, it's that you joined Sam Kerr as being the only player Patrick in the final and get overshadowed. Sort of feels like that's her. What can you say about her performance?
Yeah, look, she was a little disappointed at the time that really we didn't play forward as much as we wanted to in the first half. We were playing too much in front of them, and we weren't really a lot of the time up there on our own, just working hard for the team, but not really getting too much service. And I just said to her, she went back on the second half, you will get one chance, maybe two chances. Just make sure you're, and she got three, so it's even better. So yeah, look, I think again, when you've got Casey on one end of the field and you've got Mel end of the field and you've got the Hearts and the players in between, will never give up. Then you've always got a fighting chance. With that today.
I know the questions are almost universally positive as a coach when you're doing this review. That's now, you conceded a 99th minute equaliser final week of the regular season, 97th minute equaliser this time around. How do you stop that in a huge game next week?
Yeah, look, I think at the end of the day, we played against a team weeks ago that had nothing really to play for. They were just, have a real good go. And today, against a team that had everything to play for, and this was the last chance. So they were throwing it at us, and sometimes, look, it's just the way it is. Teams take chances, and they throw bodies forward and leave them a little bit vulnerable at the back. Sometimes we're good enough or lucky enough to and break them down. A couple of games, I think you've got to look at the teams played and sort of. I think last was a little bit different, but this week was. I think you got hands up and say every credit to City. They threw it at us, and look, they got some got what they deserved in terms of at the end. So, but still not good enough to beat us over. So it's that's the main thing. We've won the game and we're away and thinking about next week.
Well, as of next week, you will play Jo because she'll be suspended. Any other or injury concerns coming out of this one?
It depends on the party tonight. It's I think everyone's good. There's most probably the conditions. There'll be a few knocks that we don't know. There'll be a few sore knees. We've got a couple of girls with cramp today. Obviously, first time we've played 120 minutes plus extras. So I think, as I know, everyone's good. So it's a big blow for us to lose AJ. And I'd like to say, because from what I saw, it was harsh decision to make. So it's I guess there's no coming back from it, but I guess what this do is they'll roll the sleeves up, work hard to make sure that we win next week and AJ will get another go in the grand final.
I just want to ask about Casey taking the first lead. Was that something she was vocal about before the shootout, and how the other girls went to it beforehand?
It's a funny story about that, because our first year, the A-League women, we got to the semi-final against Sydney. A number of the players, Casey was 16 years of age, and she wanted to take the first penalty, or take a penalty at all, and she'd actually hand up, and one of the girls, "Don't be silly, Casey," and she said, "Don't worry about taking a penalty, I'll take the first one." I'm pretty sure that, if my memory serves me, she scored it and then she saved the next penalty, and against in the semi-final in I think it was the semi-final, Sydney FC. Huh?
So was it filmed? Paramount to dig that
Yes,
one out?
dig that one out. Yeah. And she took a penalty the following season against Canberra. So it's something she does. You could see she was the coolest out there today. It's what she does.